good morning. Today's question is, can you explain few anti-patterns of Scrum Master or things which Scrum Master should not do with their team, with their organization and with themselves? So yeah, it's an interesting question. So let's get to know the answers. Bye, have a nice day.
Hi, my name is Amit. Today's question is an interesting one, which is the anti-pattern that a Scrum Master should not follow or Scrum Master should not do. Now, the way I've constructed my answer is yes, I would share some anti-patterns, but let's try and understand the impact as well. Because if I just list down the anti-patterns, we would only know the things that I should not do. But what if I start to do that? What would happen in that case? So let's try and start with the answer. So first is a very simple one, wherein a Scrum Master tries to follow the Scrum guide and becomes and starts to transition as a bridge between multiple parties, right? Let's say Scrum Master day in and day out starts to work with the team, with the PO, stakeholders, management, and with time he starts to become a bridge wherein he says, okay, you need something, I'll get it done from the PO. If you want to talk to something with the management, you guys continue with the work and I'll get things done and get things sorted out with management, maybe with stakeholders. Now with that, for once and for twice, it's okay. But in the long run, what would happen is he would start to become the bridge, and team would then start to see him as a bottleneck. Like if you want to get something done from a stakeholder, let's put it on Scrum Master. He will talk and communicate. However, it's team's responsibility to get in touch with stakeholder, get more clarification, and so on and so forth. So the Scrum Master should not become bottleneck here. Scrum Master should not be a person for whom the team is completely dependent for such communication all the time. Collaboration would be impacted big time. There would be delays in value delivery because now team would be dependent a lot on Scrum Master's intervention to talk to all these parties. Team would then start to lack empowerment because now team has passed on that empowerment to Scrum Master. The self-management would start to get impacted because now team are not self-managed. They are going to be talking to Scrum Master, and then Scrum Master would be talking to further down to the parties. Next is the Scrum Master. Whenever Scrum Master are transitioned when they were technical leads before that. So what would happen is let's say I was a technical lead or I was a technical expert and I transitioned into a role of Scrum Master. Now it's okay for some time because in the absence of Scrum Master, I can play that role, but only temporarily. But in the longer run, how it would impact is team would start to feel that they are not able to give technical solutions. Maybe their technical solutions are not being trusted. Maybe they would start to feel lack of trust. The transparency would start to deteriorate. They would have very little say in estimations because they would know that technical lead come Scrum Master is going to challenge it, and they would know that yes, he is the expert, so there is no point in giving estimates right away. Maybe the accountability or the ownership would start to move from developers to Scrum Master because they would know that Scrum Master is a technical person. He can handle everything. Let him give the technical solutions, estimates, and everything. Overall, there would be a lot of dependency on Scrum Master again. Again, an anti-pattern. Next is Scrum Master would become the Jira admin. So let's say any small task or any ticket that they have to do, they would start to get slowly dependent on Scrum Master. A new ticket to be created. If the review was done with the PO in the sprint review with stakeholders, customers, they would wait, okay, Scrum Master would mark them done in the Jira, but that should not be the case. If a new graph needs to be created, if a new reports needs to be prepared, if a customized information radiator needs to be published or created, Scrum Master is the person to go to. Now, it's okay for once and twice, but as a cross-functional team, as a self-managing team, team should be able to pick it up on their own, right? Scrum Master is if Scrum Master is unavailable, team would start to become like, we don't know how to do this. Or even for the smallest of the things, like I said, to create a ticket, they would start to get a lot of dependency, and again bottleneck would start to create on the Scrum Master's head. Another anti-pattern to avoid. Last that I'm suggesting is when Scrum Master tends to take multiple responsibilities. So in my case, what I'm suggesting is, let's say Scrum Master picks up responsibility of a PO and Scrum Master itself. So what would happen is, now whenever team is talking to PO come Scrum Master, they would not know with whom they are talking. Is it the PO's role or is it the Scrum Master as a role, right? There would be conflict of interest whenever I'm speaking, whenever I'm addressing a forum, or whenever I'm addressing the developers or Scrum team, right? There would be growing lack of trust between the team, right? There would be concerns with.
Hi, this is Kirti, and today's question is, what are the anti-patterns of a Scrum Master? So the first thing, I will go event by event, like in each event what would be the anti-pattern, and then what are the attributes of a Scrum Master, which is anti-pattern as a whole. So the first event is sprint planning. So in that, if the Scrum Master did not coach enough the team about the DOR in the sprint planning meeting, he's tried to assigning tasks to the team, or he is influencing the team and not just facilitating, that is definitely an anti-pattern. If he's too much encroaching upon the team's independence to choose their own task. The second thing is, the second event is, this was one of the main things. The second event is, if daily scrums, if he's just asking for the status rather than team owning the daily scrum, he's just barging in every day asking for status, you tell, and penalizing the team for trial and error. If team says, okay, could not do it because of this reason, then asking questions and penalizing them, that is definitely an anti-pattern. The third one is sprint review. In sprint review, ideally the PO should be explaining what was done, what is there in the future for the team to deliver, and the team showing the increment, and the SM can write the MOMs and everything, but if he is just trying to be the hero of the show, showing things that, okay, this was done because of me, that is definitely an anti-pattern. And this all comes from experience, either from my mistake or from people who have done in my organization, the other Scrum Masters. So I know definitely this also happens. Like if question is being asked and he or she is being too vocal about it and saying, okay, I know the answer for this, and just trying to be the hero of the event. The Scrum Master has to be very, very, very selfless person. That when the team delivers, it is for the team, by the team, and it is everything which the onus and the success, everything lies with the team. So that quality is very much important in a Scrum Master. For retrospectives, if it is of the same pattern every time, the retrospective actions are not being tracked, implemented, and also people suggest and just saying, no, you are wrong, because I don't think this can be possible. So when what can be done, what cannot be done, rather than giving the direct solutions and telling what can be done, what not can be done. So all these things should be stopped. And the other thing is not conducting the retrospectives at all. That is the biggest blunder, which many of the Scrum Masters as well as people do. They do not give enough value to the retrospectives. Neither they try out new ways or new methodologies for creating retrospectives, conducting retrospectives. So this was the list of the events in which the Scrum Master can play a role, which is quite an anti-pattern. The other than that, in general, like if for an example, if the Scrum Master is a lead or a tester, but when that particular area, when he sees that somebody is doing something which is not against his or her wish, you would just say, okay, I don't think you should do it. The encroaching upon somebody else's area for doing things, I myself is a I was a technical lead. Okay, and when I joined I joined as a scrum master. I did the same mistake of helping, going out and helping the team, but then it was slowing them down eventually, because the team would wait. Okay, my scrum master would come and do it. So, for an example, filling up of timesheet, I used to do it for them initially, and then I realized that no, this is not working out because it is their task, and if there's anything which is going wrong, also the entire responsibility is not being taken by anybody. It's just pushing out things. So that should not be what we are following here. And slowly and steadily, I started focusing more on self-organizing factor. So it was very much important. Then the other thing what I say is being the masiha of the team. See, for an example, if there's a conflict between PO and a team, the scrum master going and no, this is my team, I'm protecting them, you cannot go against. So it creates divisions and walls in the team itself. We are one scrum team, we are no other team. So when there is a conflict, try and be as neutral as possible. Let the team, the PO or the internal team members, let it resolve it. And you just don't become the judge, you're not a judge. So that is what we need to understand as a scrum master, that we have to be fair, we have to be neutral, but without being too much taking anybody's side would definitely going to hamper the team's dynamics in the long run. Doing the item of the sprint backlog, if you're seeing the team members are busy, then you say, okay, I will do this thing. If you have time, it's okay. I myself is I was a technical lead. Okay, and when I joined I joined as a scrum master. I did the same mistake of helping, going out and helping the team, but then it was slowing them down eventually, because the team would wait. Okay, my scrum master would come and do it. So for an example, filling up of timesheet, I used to do it for them initially, and then I realized that no, this is not working out because it is their task, and if there's anything which is going wrong, also the entire responsibility is not being taken by anybody. It's just pushing out things. So that should not be what we are following here. And slowly and steadily, I started focusing more on self-organizing factor. So it was very much important. Then the other thing what I say is being the masiha of the team. See, for an example, if there's a conflict between PO and a team, the scrum master going and no, this is my team, I'm protecting them, you cannot go against. So it creates divisions and walls in the team itself. We are one scrum team, we are no other team. So when there is a conflict, try and be as neutral as possible. Let the team, the PO or the internal team members, let it resolve it. And you just don't become the judge, you're not a judge. So that is what we need to understand as a scrum master, that we have to be fair, we have to be neutral, but without being too much taking anybody's side would definitely going to hamper the team's dynamics in the long run. Doing the item of the sprint backlog, if you're seeing the team members are busy, then you say, okay, I will do this thing. If you have time, it's okay. But if you know that you cannot do things for other teams because your entire time is going on completing sprint backlog of a team, then that is definitely an anti-pattern. The other thing is, if you're handling 2 to 3 teams, and this also is from personal experience, like I have been handling 3 scrum teams, and something which worked in another scrum team, I worked for another scrum team, I tried and forced things here, that okay, I think that worked here, let's try it out here. So but every team is different, every team is unique, and with my experience I learned that every team needs to be handled differently, because they have the different dynamics, they have different attributes, they have different skill sets, they have different way of working. So you cannot force things which worked on one scrum team to another. So and let the team decide what works for them and what not. So that's it from my end. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone. So today's question is, can you please list down few anti-patterns that Scrum Master should not follow? So first of all, Scrum Master should not skip any of the Scrum events. like every scrum events in scrum plays an important role. So it is not advisable to skip any of the events like retro or sprint planning or sprint review. Any events we cannot skip. So basically first one is this, and the second one is like um, scrum master should not order to the team. Scrum master should value the decision taken by the team and should listen to the team. It's not like that scrum master is directly ordering the team. Scrum master should not allow the should not allocate the task to the team or cannot assign the task to the team. Also like no retro, no documentation. These are also the kind of anti patterns only, like lack of trust and transparency in the team. Developers have no say on estimation. Directly we are providing them the estimation that you have to complete this particular task in the particular amount of time. And also like uh, developers do not own the solution and may have little commitment. Impact on self management of the team. Also it should not happen that the developers are waiting for scrum master to provide the technical solution. So these are also the anti patterns, like uh, no focus on improvements. We are just doing the releases without uh, talking about the improvements or the impediments that we are facing. So like these are the things that scrum master should not do. There should be transparency, trust, and commitment between the team. Conflicts of interest should not be done. Lack of trust is the most important anti pattern that scrum master should not